So, Linda Calhoun is an entrepreneur, activist, and community leader based in San Francisco, California. A graduate of Boston University with a BS in mass communication, Linda's career path led her to work in international policy coordination, media, technology, and data management. Linda is the founder and CEO of Career Girls, a nonprofit that was created to address challenges that Linda encountered in her own story. She is the president of the Career Girls Board, and additionally Alliance for Girls and Friends of the Commission on the Status of Women. Please welcome Linda Calhoun. Hi, Linda. Oh my God.
Thank you. I feel like I'm on stage now.
You are on
Okay.
stage, Linda.
Um, can you see my slides, or should I share my screen? How would you like me to handle my talk at this point?
Slides are Please add your slides.
My slides are up. Awesome. So first slide, one thing I'd like to make abundantly clear is I am not an expert in AI. But I've had the pleasure and the privilege of interviewing 25.
So, sorry, Linda. Do you
Mhm.
have your slides?
Yes, I can
Yeah,
share.
yeah. Do you want to share your slides?
Yes, 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 yes. Hold on. Let's see if it comes up.
I know you were going to add the video to it and then you were going to share that. So,
So hold on. I think.
okay, there you are.
Okay, so let's see if we can get the slides going.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you just go to present mode.
Yes. Here we go.
There you go. I'm going to go backstage and let you continue. Thank you.
Okay, I'll take it from here. Thank you so much. As I was saying, I am not an AI expert, but I've had the extreme pleasure and privilege of interviewing dozens of very diverse and accomplished women who are working in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and robotics. So you should consider me someone who's worked with your current colleagues to hopefully grow a pipeline for future colleagues. And so I thought it would be fun to start with this Throwback Thursday photo. So here I am in second grade. And I think what's important to know about me at that time is, I am a first in my family to graduate from college. My parents were the first in their family to graduate from high school, and all four of my grandparents never went beyond eighth grade. So my family knew the power of education and that it was a way to have a better life. And I'm also not ashamed to say that encyclopedias were my best friends growing up. And those books really fed my imagination. And I loved learning and experiencing the power that comes from knowledge. So, here I am, closer in age to college. And this is where a lot of my critical work in preparing for college came from. I studied hard. Everyone in my family was like, you are college material, you can go to college, but I knew there was no money to send me and that I'd have to earn an academic scholarship. So I did the things that were necessary at that time to be able to compete for a scholarship. I took AP classes, honors level classes. I watched my class rank because I knew I had to be at a certain grade point average in order to be seriously considered by the universities that I was interested in. And I really challenged myself to and made sacrifices to achieve my goals and, just try and broaden my experience outside of the very small town that I was living in at the time. PBS documentaries, newspapers, and I also remember the library being a refuge for me, this bastion of where you can discover and learn. And I think second only to getting my driver's license, having my library card was my most prized possession. So here I am, on my graduation day. I did it. That milestone was accomplished. But then what? And, you know, I had so many examples of very hardworking women who, were conscientious and, but they didn't have careers like what I aspired to do. And so it took me a very long time from when this photo was taken to where I was really able to hit upon work that was fulfilling in every way. And it just so happened that it happened to be in database design. These were in the early days of building geographic information systems, relational databases. I was doing it on an international development project. And it was just extraordinary, rewarding financially, economically, intellectually. And I wanted girls coming up behind me, especially girls from really under resourced areas, to know that you could have complete agency over your life based on what you're passionate about, how your mind works, coupled with educational attainment. So that was really my aha moment. So now you know how the idea for Career Girls was born. And I was just absolutely determined to give back to girls. And as I said, girls who could really relate to the circumstances that I grew up under. And I just started reaching out to very successful and accomplished and diverse women, and just asked them to share, what it is that they do, how they got there, but most importantly, what girls can do in order to create a life and a career of their dreams. And this is how it's happened. This is how I was able to start my nonprofit. And one of the things that I love is this is just a tiny sample of the 800 women that I've interviewed since the site went live in January 2011, is that we disrupt stereotypes. We show that there's no group that has a lock on being smart, successful, any adjective you want to use. This collage speaks to the diversity of the women that we've been able to interview. And it's just wonderful to be able to have girls anywhere come to our site and be able to navigate to someone that whose story would resonate with them. So we are a free career exploration and readiness video platform. And not only do we provide the video inspiration, the see it part, if you can't be it, if you can't see it, we also combine that with the how to be it part, with curriculum, with career readiness information, with college readiness information, to really provide one-stop shopping for girls who come to our site, and also stakeholders, parents, educators, mentors who want to use our content to underscore their messaging. We just want girls to be able to come here and be able to create a career and a life of their dreams. So I wish I'd known, particularly in the STEM fields, girls really don't see themselves in these careers as much as boys, and they tend to get left behind. So if you remember when I mentioned encyclopedias and how they fed my imagination, so did watching television. Getting these sources of ideas and stimulus, they're really important for developing your imagination of what's possible. And imagination lets you find the things that are important to you and honor your interest and, helps you show up who you are. And so, we want girls to understand what are their dreams, what are their passions, what is it that excites them. And then not only is it, so that they can come and develop their own full potential, but how are they going to make a difference in the world? How are they going to give back using this passion, using their education? And all of these, concepts are very important in terms of, letting girls see what's possible. I simply wish I had known that you could have a career based on how your mind works, writing a scope of work, saying you would do it, what you would do it for, and people would pay you, because I would have prepared myself a lot sooner. And so we want girls to understand, stay on track in math and science, which there's parity in terms of how boys and girls do with their interest and aptitude for math and science till about fourth grade, when girls start to fall behind unless they can see women role models who are working in those fields. So we like to think of ourselves as sort of the bumper guards to help girls stay on track academically. And while we aim to serve a young age cohort of girls ages 10 to 13, we also know from our analytics that 47% of our audience are young women ages 13 to 14. So our solution, our mission, Career Girls, is founded on the dream that every girl around the world has access to diverse and accomplished women role models to learn from their experiences, but for those girls to discover their own path to empowerment. So we close the imagination gap. And when you navigate to careergirls.org, over 600 role model pages, that translates into over 13,000 inspirational and informative videos. We have career prep information for 150 plus careers. You can also take a personality-based career quiz. For those first generation college students, we have over 100 college majors and what you would need to study in order to earn a bachelor's degree related to any of those careers. We also have information on, we call them empowerment lessons, several role models speaking to a career-based exploration theme or a soft skill required for social and emotional learning. And then we have curriculum and toolkits to make it easy for those stakeholders, as I mentioned, educators, mentors, parents, to be able to use our content to augment or supplement any of their own programming. So in 2020, when we all had to pivot and make do with the fact that there wasn't direct engagement with students, we decided that we would do virtual programming. And the very first one we did was last summer in 2020, which brought together so many of those women that I'd been interviewing over the past 2.5 years. Once I learned about Joy Buolamwini's research on the deficiencies of facial recognition software, it just became a driving, intentional act on my part that wherever we did a video sheet, we were going to interview diverse and accomplished women who were going to speak to the important issues in AI, as well as the different career paths that you could have. And so this summer, we also did a repeat of that camp, where we had 75 campers, our 25 role models. These are all women experts, subject matter experts, who were speaking to girls about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and robotics, as well as careers in those particular fields. And the feedback was astonishing. That first year that we had our virtual camp, we had a small cohort, about 30 girls, and 10 of those girls, after the end of our week-long camp, also agreed and wanted to participate in another 3-day mini camp that was a deeper dive into artificial intelligence and machine learning. And our campers are incredibly diverse. As you can see, we had a large degree of Black and African American girls, Latina and Hispanic girls, Caucasian, Asian, Indigenous, First Nation. So we just had an amazingly diverse group of girls who enjoyed seeing role models who were diverse and very much internalized a lot of the messaging and understanding of the issues that they can address in the future related to artificial intelligence, the bias issues, machine learning, where do those data sets come from? And for robotics, understanding who is programming a robot to do what. So it was a phenomenal experience. And now I'm going to play a short video for you that is the highlights of our camp.
Career Girls is connecting role models and girls around the world through our virtual camps. These inspirational camps feature industry-leading role models and are offered free of charge to girls of all backgrounds. Career Girls' second virtual AI and robotics camp focuses on how AI enhances the creative process, machine learning, how robots see and react to the world, ethics in AI, and career exploration.
A lot of the things that we do in technology is based on creativity alone. No one would have ever thought that I'd be doing a Zoom call over a mobile device. So someone had to really visualize this happening.
How can AI be used to enhance dance?
It could teach you specific types of dance or inspire you to be more creative.
It can bring people together through dance.
The video was very interesting to see how the movement of the people could be transformed into the computer, and that it would pick up on your key joints and stuff without wearing any special sensors.
We've seen robots that could help us explore the area that is dangerous or invisible for human beings. We have seen robots who can improve our productivity, and the robots that I personally like the most who can take care of our tedious housework.
I learned about a robot in my breakout room. It looks at the water and the deep sea with the sonar and camera.
It also examines the ship's hull to look for any damage or things that could be hazardous to the ship so that humans don't have to go down there if it's dangerous.
It's all a machine learning concept based on neural networks and lots of data.
This is going to be a game pretty much like the game of Pictionary, except the computer is going to guess. And they do this by using machine learning.
I see line or leg or hockey stick. Oh, I know, it's umbrella.
You noticed that it was going through stages and picking out exactly what potentially it could be, but there was one trigger that made it specific to what she was drawing, and that is exactly how machine language works. So that drop-down list is a data set.
This is important because of the data that goes into those data sets that create the algorithms and create the models that you see. And so it's really important that we have a diverse set of folks who are building those data sets that go into the results that we see.
To be involved in robotics, is it important to have knowledge on both hardware and software, or is it completely fine if you only specialize in one?
I think it's completely fine if you specialize in one. And I think that if you learn about one, you usually end up learning about both.
Something I didn't know when I was the camper's age is that you can have many jobs and many careers. It's not just one thing and you are doing it forever, or it's not even just one thing in your day-to-day.
What's really exciting about being in AI in general is just that it's really early, so you have kind of this wide open field of what you're able to accomplish.
In my breakout room, I learned that you have to keep going at your dream. Don't give up. And even if you don't know what a robot is or how to work a robot, doesn't mean you can't work for the company of the robot.
Thank you to all of our industry leaders and experts for volunteering their time to share their knowledge and insights with our campers. And thank you to the campers for joining us. We can't wait to see your success in the future.
Bye everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
What an amazing story, Linda.
Thank you. I'm trying to stop sharing my screen. Has it gone away?
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. So I don't think we have any questions for you, but very inspirational messages coming from all over, Linda. You are an inspiration, brilliant topic, love your vibrations, love how you pivoted during the pandemic, social awakening moment, all these kudos for you and your team, Linda, Career Girls.
Thank you. But I hope everyone understands that they're watching their future colleagues. These girls are amazing. And it's so inspiring to see how they want to take their perspectives, their knowledge and expertise to make the world better for all of us.
Absolutely. Yes, they are our future leaders. And I think you nailed it. Like, we have to for our free STEM program also, that's what we feel like, it's like we have to honor these kids, and they're not just an abundant of energy, they have so many great ideas, and they know, they have a perspective on how things should be run, how things should be done. And we have teenagers and their friends, and we have these discussions, and you see this inspiring group of youth leaders today who have so many ideas to change the world. And so, yes, I'm very positive about what the future holds for us. Thanks again, Linda.
Thank you for having me.
Take care. Bye-bye.